I'll see you later, Katie. See you later. Alright, so remember, you should be able to count from 1 to 100 by Friday. Friday is the day. Don't touch.
Count to 100, come and go with me. Count to 100, come and go with me. I can count from 1 to 20. I can count from 1 to 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Count to 100, come and go with me. Count to 100, come and go with me. I can count from 20 to 40. I can count from 20 to 40. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Count to 100, come and go with me. Count to 100, come and go with me. I can count from 40 to 60. I can count from 40 to 60. 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. Count to 100, come and go
Y'all
with
got
me.
some work to do by Friday.
Count to 100, come and go with me. I can count from 60 to 80. I can count from 60 to 80. 81, 62, 63, 64, 65,
Brandon, go with the song.
68,
Go along with the song.
70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80. Count to 100, come and go with me. Count to 100, come and go with me. I can count from 80 to 100. I can count from 80 to 100. 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. Count to 100, come and go with me. Count to 100, come and go with me. I can count from 1 to 100. I can count from 1 to 100.
Alright, so we're working on Module 2, Lesson 9. We're still dealing with shapes. You're going to be able to identify and sort shapes as 2-dimensional or 3-dimensional and recognize 2- and 3-dimensional shapes in different orientations and sizes. So two-dimensional shapes are our flat shapes, and three-dimensional shapes, which is 3D, are our solid shapes. All right, so we're going to first start hide and seek. Take out your whiteboards with the marker and the eraser. Do it quickly. Take out your whiteboards, the marker, and the eraser. It shouldn't take long. Well, away with your hand. All right, everyone should be back in their chairs in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, so touch and count your cubes. Touch and count your cubes.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I only saw Max and I only hear Braylon. Everyone, touch and count your cubes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right, hide one behind your back. Hide one behind your back. How many do you see?
4.
4. Put them back together. How many cubes do you have?
5.
5. All right. Who can tell me the number sentence? Who can tell me the number sentence for what we just did? Strong side of hand. Who can tell me the number sentence for what we just did, Braylon? Your hand was up. Cammy.
4.
Mm-hmm.
4.
Not quite. Think about what you have behind your back. Let's see. We're going to do some more and I'm going to come back to you. Listen right now. Diana. Say it one more time. Okay, good job. 4 and 1 makes 5. Here's another challenge. I want you to write that number sentence on your whiteboard. Show me 4 and 1 makes 5. Write it on your board with numbers. Let's see who's going to have the right symbols. 4 and 1 make 5. So, put your marker. And you should have a marker. You should be writing 4 and 1 makes 5. I want to see who can write it without my help. Y'all are struggling. So close, Hasna. So close. That plus sign is in the wrong spot. So on your board, you should have 4 and 1 make 5. I have it up here on the board for you. 4 and 1 make 5. So if you don't have that on your board, you need to fix it. If you don't have that on your board, you need to fix it. You don't have that, Hasna. Look at mine. Does yours look exactly like mine? No. Didn't yours is nowhere near what I have. Fix it, Diana. It should say 4 with the plus sign next, then the number 1, then the equal sign, and a 5. 4 plus 1 equals 5. Put on one hand. Thank you. Thank you. All right, hide 2 cubes behind your back. Hide 2 cubes behind your back. How many can you see? 3. Put them back together. How many do you have?
5.
When you can tell me the new math sentence, raise your hand. Zola. I can't. Huh? Not quite. Really?
2 and 1 make 5.
Not quite. Cammy?
5 and 3 make 5.
So close. Diana? 3 and 2 makes 5 because you had 3 on your desk. And how many did you have behind your back?
2.
2, and altogether that makes
5.
Write the new number sentence on your board. 3 and 2 make 5. Three and 2 make 5. So you should have a number here, a plus sign here, a number here, a number there. 3 and 2 make 5. I put the setup on the board. All y'all have to do is fill in the blanks. Good job, Haji. I see it. Some of y'all have about 3 equal signs on y'all board. 3 equal signs. 2 equal 3 plus equal 2. That's what y'all have. 2 equal 3 plus equal 2. We have 3 plus 2 equals 5. All right. Hide 3 cubes behind your back. Hide 3 cubes behind your back. How many cubes can you see?
2.
2. Put them back together. How many do you have?
5.
5. Raise your hand when you can tell me the new math sentence, Cammy.
3
Mm-hmm.
and 5.
3 and
3.
3 and
5.
not 5.
3.
Think about what you have behind your back. Of what you can see since you gave me 3. Think about it. Braylon?
3
Mm-hmm.
and 2
Mm-hmm.
make 5.
3 and 2 make 5. We just did that one. All right, put 4 cubes behind your back. I really wanted to see if y'all were going to pick it up because we just did that.
1.
Put 4 cubes behind your back. How many can you see?
1.
1. Put them back together. How many do you have? When you know the new number sentence, raise your hands. When you know the new number sentence, raise your hands. Demi, what the new math sentence be? Good job. 4 and 1 make 5. Write that on your board. 4 and 1 make 5. Good job, honey. 4 and 1 make 5, Candy. Get it on the board. 4 and 1 make 5, Max. Don't look at your brother board. Use your own brain. This is what you should have. 4 and 1 make 5. So 4 plus 1 equals 5.
Apple, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right, put the tops on your markers, erase your boards. You can put them away. I'm coming around with the exit ticket. Leave it on the blank side. You need a pencil. Stop that noise. Braylon. It's mine now. So hopefully you don't need it next place. Because I know you will. Put the top on them off for Zola. Leave it on the blank side. Alright, so who can tell me the type of shapes that we talked about last week? What type of shapes did we talk about? Bimmy? Solid. We talked about solid shapes. Do you remember some of the name of those shapes, Hosman? Not a triangle. A triangle is a flat shape, not a solid shape. You're calling out Cammy. Diana. It wasn't called a block, but it's something that looks like a block. Cammy.
Square.
We didn't talk about squares. Squares are a flat shape. Hosman, stop. Brilliant. Cube. Cube was one of them. Who knows another one? Hosman. Sit down, the right way. We didn't talk about a square. We talked about a cube. What else? Zola. You were asleep, so let's see. A cone, okay. A cone. Max. Sit down. I didn't ask you that. What's the name of them, Hosman? A birthday triangle? No, that's a cone that you're trying to say. A cone. I'll give you the other two. We talked about spheres and cylinders. So I want you to draw one of the shapes that we've talked about. Draw one of the shapes that we've talked about. Draw one on the paper that I gave you on the back of it. It should be on the back. I didn't say to flip it over. Draw one of the shapes that we talked about. Zola, get started. Put your pencil in your hand. Draw one of the shapes that we talked about. Thank you for raising your hand. So if you're drawing a cube, it has to look like a cube and not a square. It looks like a square to me. Oh. I'll draw one.
I don't know how to do this.
Try. Stop telling me what you don't know how to do. Try.
How many corners two dot?
Hmm?
2 dot 8
I do
corners.
one.
8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Alright, now I want you to make a solid with your clay that has the shape that you drew as one of its faces. So you're going to use your clay to make one of the faces of your shape. So take out your Play-Doh and make one of the faces of the shape that you drew. Don't lie, did not tell you to do anything on it. So when it's time to do it, you're not going to be able to do it because you didn't wrote all of it. Make one of the faces of the shape that you drew. So I made a cylinder. I'm going to make one of its faces. Really, Max? So remember, faces are flat. If you drew a sphere, you can't make a face because does a sphere have a face? No. So I made the face of a cylinder. You should be making a face of a cube. Oh, you made a cylinder? Okay, it looks like a cube. You don't have much time. This is one. Berlin, hurry up and get back to your seat. Pull that mask up. All right, you can put your Play-Doh back in the container and push it away. Push it back to the back of your desk. You should be done in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. It should be away. All right, so on your desk, you have some bags. They're no longer mystery bags because we should know what's in them. Take out all of your flat shapes and all of your solids and arrange them in front of you. Remember, you're working as partners. So one of you can take out the flat shapes, one of you can take out the solid shapes, yes. And spread them out on your desk in front of you. So you see how these shapes are spread out? Spread them out. Do it quickly. I know how to get y'all to do it quick. No. Go. We have 1 minute. They should be spread out on your desk. This is why your desk should always be cleared off. I can't see your shapes, Demi, if you're putting them upside down. 45 seconds. Max, you might want to help Zola get the shapes out of the bag. The flat shape. She's moving a little slow. Spread them out. Help them, Max. Diana, your flat shapes too.
In the bag, Daniel.
Get them out the bag. Spread them out.
For seconds.
Are y'all done?
Yeah.
I just saw the bottom go off.
Yeah, we've been done. I've been done.
All right. So you should see a lot of things on your desk. Stand up and look at your things as though you were a bird. You should be quiet while I'm talking. Stand up and look at your things as though you were a bird. What do you see? What do you see, Demi? You have squares. You see a square. You see a circle. What do you see, Cami? Remember, you have a whole bunch of shapes. You see things that look like a rectangle. What do you see, Braylon? You see things that look like a cone, Max. You see a hexagon. All right, good observations. Now bend down and look across your desk as though you were an ant. Bend down and look across your desk as though you were an ant. Remember, you have to be looking across your desk, not under your desk. Good job, Candy. A little bit lower, though. Lower, not higher, lower. Right there. What do you notice? What do you notice, Braylon? So Braylon said he could see his solid shapes. Can you see your flat shapes?
No.
No. So when you were looking like a bird, could you see your flat shapes?
No.
Yes. When you were standing up looking at them like a bird, you could see them. But now that you're looking at them like an ant, can you see them?
No.
No, you cannot. All right, sit back in your seats. So take a minute and think. Do you think that we can sort all of the things on your desk?
No.
Do you think that we can sort all of the things on your desk?
No.
Take a few minutes to look at all of your objects and think about what things might have what in common. Think about what the things might have in common. Stop, Cammy. Because we actually can sort them, so you should be looking to see what they have in common. How are some of them the same? Does anyone have an idea of how we can sort them, Demi?
Like their shape.
What does that mean?
They have to be the same shape.
So Demi said we could sort them by sorting them by shape. Sort your objects by shape. Sort your objects by shape. Max and Zola, Hosman and Cammy.
Put that down. Sort the shapes.
Sort them by shape. That means you have to have all of the same shapes in a group. So all of your circles should be together. All of your rectangles should be together. All of your triangles should be together. So did that sortment work? Did that work, Demi? No, that did not work. Who else has an idea of how we can sort them? How can we sort them, Candy? How? How can we sort them? So I think we can sort them with things with curves and things that are straight. So I want you to separate your shapes with things with curves on one side and things that are all the way straight on the other. Okay. So you should be sorting your shapes. Things with curves on one side, things that do not have any curves on the other side. Alright, so I've done mine. Things with curves, things without curves. Alright, so now I want you to sort your shapes into things that roll and things that cannot roll. Things that can roll and things that cannot roll. Remember, you have flat and solid shapes. Sort them into things that can roll and things that cannot roll.
This can roll too. It rolls. That's good. You were up on the table and do it like that.
So I separated mine. Things that can roll, things that cannot roll. Now that you have it upright, it's a cylinder. Hold it upright. All right, now I want you to sort your shapes into shapes with edges and shapes without edges. Shapes with edges and shapes without edges.
It'd be good. This one on top. This one on top. This one. This one has doesn't have edges.
All right, and one more. Separate your shapes into shapes with faces and shapes with no faces. Shapes with faces and shapes with no faces. Do flat shapes have faces? No, they do not. So this is what you should have. Without faces, with faces. All right, eyes up here and ears up here. Thank you. So listen to my directions. I will say the name of a shape or a solid, and when I do, you're going to repeat it, and then you're going to find that object and put it back into its bag. I'll say that again. I am going to say the name of a shape or a solid, and you're going to repeat its name after me. Then you're going to find it on your desk and put that object back into its bag. I didn't say stack your cards up. I said eyes and ears on me. That means you're not touching. All right, are you ready?
Yeah.
Cone.
Cone.
Find it, put it back in the bag that it's supposed to be in. It don't take long to put it back into the bag. I only call one shape, so why do you still have other shapes in the bag, Max? I only call one shape. Take the rest of that out of the bag. All I said was cone. Square. You should be repeating it after me. Square. Put the square back into its bag. The square goes in a small bag. I didn't say cube. I said square. I did not say cube. I said square. Find the square, Hosman. That's a cube. I said square. If Cammy would have left them spread out on the desk, you would be able to see it. Square. What's square? I didn't say cube. The cone should be in here. I said square. Triangle. Triangle. You should be repeating the shape.
Triangle.
Find them, put them back into the bag. I did not say cone, I said triangle.
This is like a triangle.
Put it back into the bag.
Is that your shape?
Cylinder.
Cylinder.
You should be repeating it. Cylinder.
Cylinder.
Put it back into the bag. Find the cylinder and put it back into the bag. Okay, keep putting it in there. All All right, repeat after me. Circle. Find it, put it back into the bag. Don't let it mix. I'm gonna get it together. All right, repeat after me. Rectangle. Find them, put it back into the bag.
Rectangle.
Repeat after me. Sphere. Find it, put it back into the bag. You didn't put everything back in the bag. Repeat after me. Q. You should be repeating after me. Q. Find it, put it back into the bag.
And can't see me that way.
All right, repeat after me. Hexagon. Find it, put it back into the bag. Hexagon. I said it's still in there a long time ago. All right, all shapes should be back into the bag by now. You can push the bags to the side. All right, so up here we have Bob the Builder. On one side we have Muck, the red truck, and on the other side we have Scoop, the yellow truck.
This video on Tuesday.
So we have to sort the shapes for the project. So I'm going to pull a shape out of the bag. Muck needs 2D shapes, which are flat shapes. And Scoop needs 3D shapes, which are solid shapes. Do I have a flat shape or a solid shape? Huh? Flat shape. So Muck gets it. All right. Do I have a flat shape or a solid shape? So who gets it? Red or yellow? Yellow. Do I have a flat shape or a solid shape? So who gets it? Huh? Y'all sound confused. The color is yellow. All right. Do I have a solid shape or a flat shape? So who gets it? Red, because it's a flat shape. What about this one? Red or yellow? I hear some reds. I hear some yellows. Raise your hand if you say red. Raise your hand if you say red. All right, that's most of everyone, so we're going to put it on red. Good job, my people who say red. Here's the next one, red or yellow? Y'all killing me with this yellow. Yellow, okay. How about this one? Red. What about this one? Raise your hand if you say red. Stop. Raise your hand if you say red. All right, that's most of everyone. How about this one? Red or yellow? Raise your hand. Raise your hand if you say red. Raise your hand if you say yellow. That's most of everyone. How about this one? You say the color and you be quiet. It's not a song. Raise your hand if you say red. Raise your hand if you say yellow. Pick one, Max. Red or yellow. Raise your hand if you say red. Raise your hand if you say yellow. I think most of you say yellow. Here's another one. Raise your hand for red.
Red. What?
Raise your hand for yellow. Most of you said red.
Yeah.
It didn't go over there, so it must go to a ball is a sphere. A sphere is a solid shape. Here's the next one. Where does it go? Red. Good job. What about this one? Red or yellow? What about this one? Red. Good job. How about this one? Yellow. Last one. What about this one? Y'all are just making noise. It's not funny. Red or yellow? Red. Right, please sit back down. Take out your Eureka workbook. Take out your workbook.
What is my tip talkie?
Take out your workbook. Can I sharpen your pencil? Yes, give me a second. Thank you for asking. You are looking for page 43. Page 43. 43.
43.
Also need a red crayon and a green crayon. So you're looking for page 43. You need a red crayon and a green crayon. Red crayon and a green crayon, page 43. Page 43, a red crayon and a green crayon. Hassan, don't do anything because you don't know what to do. Somebody's spear is on the floor. I think it's yours, Diana. If you're getting crayons from Coach Brown's bag, remember to give them back. All right, the directions say circle the flat pictures red, circle the flat shapes red, circle the solid shapes with green, circle the flat shapes red, circle the solid shapes green, circle the flat shapes red, circle the solid shapes green. Circle the flat shapes red, circle the solid shapes green. Flat shapes are circled in red, solid shapes are circled in green. Say green. Circle the flat shapes red, circle the solid shapes green. Get started, really. You at least have a red crayon. Get started. Can you start your work? It's not time to play. We have 1 minute and 15 seconds left because it should not take you that long. Flat shapes red, solid shapes green. Flat shapes red, solid shapes green. All